Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the final three show of the 2019-2020 season. It was a season unlike any other, as for the first time in league history, we didn't have a champion due to the COVID-19 pandemic. We'll take a look back at the season in just a moment, but first, we have a couple players signing tenders to the North American Hockey League. Jack Cooper of the Texas Brahmas has signed a tender with the Lone Star Brahmas of the NAHL. He had 25 goals and 73 points this past season. It was his second in the NA3HL. In his 2 years, the Brahmas forward has 52 goals and 136 points to go with the Fraser Cup Championship he won a year ago. James Downey of the Sheridan Hawks has signed a tender with the Maryland Black Bears. The goaltender from Australia just finished his first year of junior hockey, going 16-5-2 in 23 appearances with the Hawks. He had a .238 goals against average and a .919 save percentage to go with 2 shutouts. In 2019-2020, the Texas Brahmas led the league with 82 points and were the best defensive team in the league, allowing just 81 goals in 47 games. The Northeast Generals were right behind them with 81 points. The Bozeman Ice Dogs had 79. North Iowa was 4th with 78. And the Rochester Grizzlies rounded out the top 5 with 76 points. No team put the puck in the net more than the Northeast Generals, as they lit the lamp 321 times, and no player has ever scored as many goals as Kolya Bankowskis. His second season with the Northeast Generals was a nice one, as he set an NA3HL single-season record for goals with 69. He also had 69 assists to lead the league with 138 points on his way to winning the NA3HL's Most Valuable Player award. Steven Gerbis and Carson Asper also reached the 100-point mark for the Generals. Derek Flynn was named the Defenseman of the Year, while Matthias Backstrom was named the Goaltender of the Year, and Rookie of the Year honors went to Lucas Wallen of the North Iowa Bulls. Unfortunately, the season was terminated just as the playoffs were beginning. We were robbed of what could have been possibly the best playoff in league history. So many storylines to follow. We had the defending champion Texas Brahmas as the number 1 overall seed, riding a 19-game winning streak with the league's number 1 defense. The league's top offense and MVP was the Northeast Generals. Was it time for the first Eastern team to win the Fraser Cup? The Bozeman Ice Dogs had a veteran squad and were sure to be battle-tested if they got through a very tough Frontier division. Then you had the North Iowa Bulls, who were attempting to win their first championship since 2016. They had the most NCAA commitments and a ton of advancements for next year into the North American League. Was it their time to get back to the top spot? And then also you can make the argument for the Rochester Grizzlies, who seemed destined for a special run as they ranked in the top 5 on offense and defense. And finally, who knew what you were going to get out of the Northeast Division? 3 teams are separated by 4 points. You could make a case for every team in that division that they could have been the team that made it to Chicago. And then you go into the other teams. You had Granite City, who had a great year. New Ulm got hot toward the end of the year. You had the New England Stars. You had the LA Nordiques, who were just in the championship a year ago. The St. Louis Junior Blues, a perennial powerhouse. Could they have gotten back? Cooley Region, who was just in the Fraser Cup a couple years ago. So many teams had a chance to bring home the Fraser Cup this year. Unfortunately, it was just not meant to be. As we mentioned last week, the North American Hockey League has rescheduled its 2020 Combines designed for junior and youth players. The Combines are carefully designed to provide education, exposure, and experience for prospects that strive to advance their hockey development at the junior hockey and college hockey level. Here are the rescheduled dates. The Junior Combines will be July 1st and 2nd in Attleboro, Massachusetts, and July 2nd and 3rd in Detroit, Michigan. The Youth Combines will be July 10th through the 12th in Blaine, Minnesota, July 17th through the 19th in Middletown, New Jersey, July 24th through the 26th in Anaheim, California, and July 31st through August 2nd in Chicago, Illinois. Register now at nahl.com/combines. Before we leave you, we just want to take this time to say thank you. Thank you for watching all year long. Thank you for supporting the NA3HL. And we want to say thank you to all the frontline heroes out there doing everything they can to try and get life back to somewhat normal and so we can have hockey again in the fall. If you're thinking about playing, visit our website, na3hl.com. Click on the Play in the NA3HL tab at the top of the page and go to the tryout page and see when the team in your area is hosting their tryout camp. That is all for this season on The 3 Show. We thank you once again for watching. I'm Vinny Paracelli. Stay safe, and we will see you in the fall.